Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Dup 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 You'll be alright, 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 okay, okay, okay. I'll be okay, alright, 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 alright,
Is the baptistry. And the cathedral? The cathedral was never represented because the cathedral was outside the city. For this reason, 700 years after Christ, Christians wanted to move the cathedral. They didn't want anymore the cathedral here, outside the city, but they wanted the cathedral in the city. And where? In front of the baptistry, clearly, in front of the symbol. But it was impossible for them to take a cathedral and to bring the cathedral there. They couldn't move in this way the cathedral physically. What they did was a bit smarter. They built in front of the baptistry over there a church. A small church that nowadays doesn't exist anymore. This one. This small church, this one, This small church was named Santa Reparata. And when Santa Reparata there, in front of the baptistry, was complete, they switched the role of cathedral. San Lorenzo here from cathedral was downgraded to a church. And Santa Reparata there from church was upgraded to a cathedral. So they moved the role of cathedral from here there. And this is really important to understand why we are here now. Because at the end of the 14th centuries, and keep in mind this period is the focus of our tour. The end of the 14th centuries, Florence was for sure one of the main cities of the world. Really. Florence was a kind of New York 60 years ago. To do business, people had to stay here. And a lot of families who live in the countryside, they started to move in Florence. Well, one of his family is the main characters of our story. It was the family of Medici. Even Medici, as others, moved in Florence in this period. But there was a problem for them. The city over there was already built. There was no space for Medici in the city. For this reason, Medici were forced to build their palace outside the city, in the suburbs. And now we are in the suburbs of Florence. We are in the suburbs of Florence during the Middle Ages. And in this area that Medici built their palace. And if you want to see the Palace of Medici, I'm sorry for you, but you have to follow me in the middle of the square. Follow me. Leonardo was an illegitimate son. Leonardo didn't have a last name. Leonardo was Leonardo, that's it. And when Leonardo from Vinci moved into Florence, the Florentines called him Leonardo from Vinci in Italian language. Leonardo da Vinci. In this period, artists didn't used to have apartments to buy houses. They were hosts by rich families. In this case, for example, the family of Martelli, over there is the symbol of Martelli, host Leonardo. The family of Medici there were host Michelangelo. Yes, Michelangelo, when he was a teenager, lived there. And then Michelangelo moved in another area, in Santa Croce. And nowadays, the house of Michelangelo in Santa Croce is a museum. House, casa, in Italian language, Casa Buonarroti. Because Michelangelo, differently from Leonardo, had a last name. Michelangelo Buonarroti. And this museum is not so much visited, because not a lot of people know that Buonarroti is the last name of Michelangelo. If you call this museum Michelangelo's house, well, probably there was the line outside. Next to a meeting point there, next to the statue, there is the house of Raphael, Raffaello. So when you are in Florence, read the marble signs that are on the walls. These signs are there for a reason. If you read these signs, you can discover the houses of the main artists who lived in Florence along the centuries, during the Middle Ages and during the Renaissance.
Kahit ulan. Ay, anak ko ni Dudut.
Is another symbol of another guild. Because really, these symbols are everywhere. You can even organize a treasure hunting. It's here. From this point of view, you cannot see it, but there is another one over the entrance of the bell tower. Really, these symbols. Here is a lake. I'm sorry. These symbols are everywhere. Okay, really everywhere. Well, imagine to be in Florence in the 14th, in the 15th century, to be here. What you could find? Well, for sure, there was Santa Decorata, the small cathedral, because they didn't destroy Santa Decorata. Okay, they built the new facade by stones. Every church was built from first by stones. The marble was at the lip. For example, San Lorenzo Church, the church where we met in front before, is incomplete. Okay, the marble wasn't there. And even this church for centuries was incomplete with a stone. And then we said, Lord, ciao. And the signoria was the kind of government, because the government of the gods. Piazza della signoria, palazzo della signoria, signoria palace. Sorry, palace of the gods. But this building, well, the building is not a palace. This building is a castle, it's a fort. And it's really weird. Castles usually were built outside the city to protect the city against the enemies. If the enemies were here, it means that the city will be already destroyed. There is no reason to build a castle in the city, except one. This castle wasn't built from the city. This castle was built against the city. Not to protect Florence against the enemies, but to protect the members of the government against the Florentines. Who were members of the government? Business owners. And business owners weren't loved by the rich people, the nobles, and clearly the workers. So the business owners, in the period when they were in the government, needed a place like this to protect the castle. But in the 16th century, Medici became dukes, remember, because Clemente VII gave the crown of emperor to Carlo V. And one member of Medici, Cosimo I, decided to move here to live. Because Cosimo was paranoid and control freak. He wanted to live in the same place where the government was. So he sold his palace to the family of Riccardi. Nowadays, Medici's palace is called Medici's Riccardi Palace for this reason. And moved here to live. But Cosimo was insane. He was really, really insane. Cosimo, for example, commissioned the Neptune. Neptune is the god of water. Look the face of Neptune, and now look the face of Cosimo. They are twins. Cosimo wants to be considered as a god by the Florentines. And now, let's see what this god did.
Dami. Sige.
Gabriele, pezzo di lesso, grazie.
Siya na. Ang sarap. Sayang ako. Kung tayo pangalan ano yan? Riboleto? Burger? Mm. Hindi ko lang ni beef. Sorry, di wala giluwa kayo. Kaya ko ang huli niya. Ang gani, mong gaya daw hindi ko ano.
Ricordi cosa?
Eh, wala yung break.
Alla stessa
Nanay bread na.
Ang saan break sila?
Amazing Grace. How sweet that sound. Init.
vedi un po' se manca, cosa mangi, filatissimo, Sì, sì, vai, poi dopo ci vedi, se non mi vola bene. Poi dopo ci vedi. Non esce lui, no, fermo.
Blab ni mama. Ya blab. Lalab lalab. Walang ding-ding-ding. Walang ding-ding-ding. Nalagko na siya. Malipos na. Sakto na. Hey guys. Ayan, ulan. It's raining. And we're still enjoying the view of Florence, Italy. So here's boards using the umbrella. Kulit, siguro ko na busog pa ta. Nazaan na lamang. Sana ayaw ko, para kay doon na klaro ang view. So, there's Stephanie walking along the street. And Papa, where's Papa? Super lamig here. It's, unsay degree karon? 9? 9 as in freezing. Laki sakit among kamot. Murag siyang nag-freeze, naggahi na among kamot. Woo! Where's our, house na? So here. Uy, naipalimki diri. Nakoy nakita si Kuan, Batman, si Spider-Man di ay. Murag palingki ni diri lang.
Un papel.
Daghan da ay diri. Mao nang giingon nga shopping galore da ay ni diri sa Florence. Ang mga bags, leathers and jackets. Leather jackets and bags.